Yeah, word up. Got a little break from the sunshine today, but fell some pretty big trees the last few days, which is huge because we get more of the sunlight happenings, which that always, brings joy to this being. I put the album out, and I just had to do it. I was just like, put it up, do what it is. It is what it is. And so it's up. And I think if you can get yourself to listen to the whole album, it tells a pretty rad story. And like the birds, eh? Listen to the Water Flow is probably my favorite song on it. And Giving Up the Drug is kind of dark, but that one explains the dark side of all the stuff I've had to experience and go through. And Listen to the Water Flow is kind of like when I'm tapped into the good, So, yeah. The first song is just kind of a poem, I think. It's called The Garden That I Am. The second song is Mr. Paycheck, which is kind of punk rock. I don't remember the other orders of the song. These Ghosts is pretty good. And the last song is just simple and mellow. I think it's something like When Toto Pulled the String, or something like that's the title for it. Yeah, but that's that. It's out in the happenings. I don't know if I'll do any of the Bandcamp or the stuff so it goes on Spotify. It's just, I don't know, maybe, But the second album is called The Garden I May Be, and it's about halfway done. It's got some banjo and ukulele, the organ. I haven't pulled out the old Casios yet. Just kind of decompressing. I had a pretty crazy week. Lots of misunderstanding happenings with it's the same as always, the family. So, yeah, now I'm just getting to kind of chill at home, and I'm not forcing myself to do anything, which is pretty cool. I got to surf a couple special spots right by my house the last week, which was cool. And I'm back on a little shortboard on a groveler. I've been trying laybacks and like real surf maneuvers, which is cool. But then I stepped away from that and got back on the 8.5 Sunset Beach down rail single fin, the neon yellow thingy. And I got to surf with dolphins. And a new friend of mine, she came and hung out. It was cool because she actually videoed me surfing, and I never get to see myself surfing because I always just had the GoPro thingy. Yeah, so I'm just riding the different waves of the happenings. I have more trees I need to fall, but I'm just taking them a day at a time and just focusing on the body so that if I feel some of the injuries coming back up, that I will just kind of slow down, because it's so much work, but it's really neat to look up the hill this way and see a bunch of the trees that I knew I had to fall, got them down. And it's funny to watch the chickens run underneath them. Missing Obi massively, but it's just, I guess, part of, life, where you have to understand the balance of you're the experience and the experiencer, or something of that sort. And the experience is this separateness from what you, the experiencer, are experiencing. And the less that you can push back at that. I mean, there's necessary times to push back, I guess, but just experience the experience. I think it makes things less damaging on your nervous system, perhaps. And that's where the breathing and all that comes in. And yeah, it was really nice to make the album so fast. And I just did it a song a day and a poem a day. And I just took a little break on the second album and focused on some cleaning stuff and stuff to get the property feeling okay, because there's a lot of clutter from all of the stuff that I acquired. I mean, the entire thing, like, look at that. It's all built out of trash. So, yeah, definitely trying to reintegrate back into society, but it's whack out there. So it's been pretty difficult. It's just so peaceful out here, but I don't really have anyone to share it with. And that's what I'm conscious of, since losing the cat. That was like, the cat was cooler than most of the people I've experienced life with. So, yeah, just kind of recognizing different things in myself and focusing still on healing those aspects and trying to lead by example. So using this platform as a tool to get the creative happenings out, and it all being in one place is just simple and easier than doing the phone and the social media. But I finally have a telephone again. It's activated. I don't think I've even called one person. Or I haven't looked at any of the social media stuff or anything like that on it, even the YouTube. I've just been using it to record the music, and then for an emergency, if something happens with the vehicle. We're down to 2 vehicles now, which is nice. But I can tell you the Chevy Astrovan GMC Safari is, from my opinion, the greatest American vehicle ever made. And it's cool having the truck, but it's just not the same. And it's built out, though, now, so I can sleep in it. And that's going to make life easier to go surf and not rush back home. And that's the good thing about, the sad thing, but Obi's gone, so now I don't have to worry about the anxiety that he was getting into when I wouldn't be home, and also him getting in crazy fights and all the rabbits he killed. I'm pretty sure he had ringworm. But the trauma I went through when I lost him, he jumped out of the window of the van in a construction area when he overheated in the van, and the van was overheating, so we had a blown transmission in the blue van. And then then in between all the chaos of trying to get that back to my mom's or back here and fixing it, then the green van blew up. And when it was overheating, it was probably 100 degrees inside the van, and Obi just couldn't handle it anymore. And so I rolled down the window, and he was going for a bit with his head out the window. And then he decided, after we pulled back over, when I started to go, he decided to make the jump. And he jumped out when I was going close to 50 miles an hour. And that was like one of the more traumatic things I've ever seen. And it sent me into a kind of a, not a good feeling. And then I had to deal with more stuff at my mom's house, and just these broken records happenings. And then a couple days ago, or like a week ago, I don't know, I had a real realization. I sent one of the songs that's on the new album to my sister, to my mom, and asked my sister to send it to my dad and my stepmom. It's a love song. And what happened after that was absolutely crazy. And it's made me realize, like, I need to get away from my family, like, just finally need to stop it and stop trying to connect. It's not anybody's fault but the trauma is so bad. I've made those movies explaining it, but I'm just now conscious that it's pretty much unrepairable. And I've tried from every aspect to bring them into my life, and there's just no understanding. And yeah, it's something that I just need to accept and let go and move on. So hopefully whatever my, sharing these different things, if you're in those experiences with your family or, aging narcissists, I guess would be the way you would say it, or even young narcissists, just misunderstanding and self-reflection can be pretty wild. So just be kind to yourself through the whole process if you're going through stuff like I'm going through, and know that when the time is right, you'll meet the right people again. And yeah, I had a great conversation with my friend Simon on the computer, and he's on the other side of the planet right now, and it was just rad to get to catch up with him and, just know you're loved and to share that love with your friends. So, something smells like weed. Oh, but man, it's been awesome being off the crizzle, off the weed. It's, my dreams have been amazing, and yeah, just in tune with myself and not escaping any of this, just going through it. So, it'd be really cool to go on a surf trip or something like that soon. So we'll see the happenings, but got more creative stuff going on, and really got to make a push here at home before the season changes. We're having some pretty heavy issues with the hernias again, and with the hydro seal. So that's why we're not doing anything today, and we're just appreciating the calm serenity that is. So enjoy the music. Thanks for the support, and go create something. Give yourself a hug. Keep up the radical, and I'll see ya when I see ya.